Hello, hello. Sarah Richardson here. Froggy throat and all. Always think up. Always think up. Always think up. Got my citrine all around me today. How are you? How's everyone feeling today? It's a lot of feelings. Hi, Jess. Hello, beautiful. I'm sending you so much love on your sad day. A lot of people are having a sad day. Hi, bestie. I'm sending you so much love. You know, today is the solar plexus. Or no, today is the sacral. I was just looking at my yellow thing. So, sacral chakra is like feelings. It's your feelings. It's your emotions. It's your sex life. It's your money. It's your parenting. It's your kids. It's your emotions. And it's getting kind of stirred up. And so I send a lot of love. I haven't been able to talk, right? So I got some information Christmas time. And I haven't really been able to talk. I have been talking. I've been talking to my best friend. I've been talking when I need to talk. But I haven't really been able to come out and say anything, right? Emotions big today. They're big, huge today. Hi, beautiful. Nice to see you again. How are you? I'm well, love. Thank you. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Today, when I was writing, I got really thankful for how great it is to have people in my life that I trust and I love. How great it is to see that I'm attracting my people, that I'm attracting the people that I'm supposed to be around, that give me love, that encourage me, that be still with me, that get fired up with me, you know, like, I don't know, I'm just couldn't be more thankful. There's not a specific way. I look through my memories and seems today it's a pattern. I'm all in my feels right now on top of PMS. I did get some sex though last night. So yeah, yes, my girl. Okay, so memories is linked to the sacral chakra. Patterns. We're looking at our patterns, and so for you to be PMSing, which means you're on your cycle right now in this time, that's a really powerful time, right? And so a lot of people might feel like they have a little bit of PMS today, right? And it's all right. It's all right. Just love that and nurture that part of you, right? I've been having some fire conversations today with people that I love, and so, I got real thankful about all the things. I don't have it all figured out, guys, but I'm out here just trying to let these things go as they come up for me, and that's hard work. And so I know that that's hard work on all of you. And I know that there are a lot of people going through physical disease in their body right now, whether it's PMS and the disease and discomfort that brings. I'm thankful for you too. Whether it's any kind of physical disease that you're going through, it's caused by the energy. It's caused by the energy within you. I want to help people, but you need to want to help yourself. I know a lot of people right now want to celebrate and collaborate, right? But it's like the energy kind of isn't set up that way right now, right? You feel that? You feel kind of like tired, drained. You feel like maybe you're feeling some codependency in your life somewhere, right? Lack of joy, maybe procrastinating on certain things, impulsiveness for other things. Feeling disconnected from supported folks is what a lot of people are going through. And we need to feel connected. People need other people. We're supposed to feel connected. these friendships that I was really getting thankful about today, people need that. You need to feel connected. You need, my voice is really glitchy today, so that might be it. I'm so thankful, even though I can't really figure out how to talk to the world yet about the things that I've been going through. I'm really, really thankful for the supportive people that I have in my life that hear these things out of me, because a lot of times the things that we go through are really hard to speak out about and to really understand and to really like grasp and like integrate why you're even getting that message, right? But much of this stuff that's happening is thought process, right? You know me, I'm always think up. That's how I have been training my brain to change things in my life. And what is happening right now is there are a lot of people out here thinking false premises over and over and over and over again. And so it's like, it comes out like, I'm not good enough. It comes out like I'm not strong enough. Nobody cares. Nobody supports me. Nobody loves me. Nobody sees me. Nobody hears me. But these things, they're coming up because it's us that needs to nurture that part of us. It's not another person that can do that. Like, nobody out here can come into your life and fill the things that hurt. You have to go in and sort through the things that hurt and fill those places with love and figure out what you need to do with them. Nobody else can do this work. It's a lot of root work, right? Root work is deep. Root work is the roots of you, the programs of you, the things of where we came from. Like, today is Sacral Chakra Day, and I'm in my feelings about my roots. I'm in my feelings about the information that I got about my roots. And, I'm in my feelings, so that can make me want to cry. But I can feel all kind of feelings in the same day, right? So, like, I didn't feel like I was going to cry all day, but in bringing this part up, I got some deep information about my roots. And I just quieted down about it and didn't really know what to say. And the little times that I could figure out and feel safe to say things, I did. And so I'm thankful for those people that were on the other end of that could take that and give me love for that and things like that, right? The root is where most people don't want to go, babe. And that's because it's easier to be up here. I was just having a conversation about this today. This is why I love my people. Because it's easier to go into the top chakras and just operate from that system, right? It's easier to be connected to God, to source, to things like that, right? It's harder to get into real life. It's harder to face real life. It's harder to build your real life. It's harder to get ready so you don't have to be ready type shit, right? Like today, me and my girl were talking about sex. And I said I had to learn about me that I can't even get turned on if my house isn't clean. It's wild. When you start to like learn about yourself, it's so wild. It goes so deep. I did some root work yesterday before my interview. They just called me back, but I was too happy to answer. So here I am and said, I love you. I needed this. I love you. And I love that you said that too, because part of this message today is you can be fucking still. You can be still when it's good, and you can be still when it's bad. You have to be still. That has been a lesson that I have been working on for like fucking 6 years, right? So I love that you said that, Alicia, because it's like, I'm not even learning just to be still whenever it's bad. I'm learning to be still whenever it's really good too, and just really feel all of those feelings of what it feels like to feel so good and to feel so accepted and to feel so seen and to feel so picked and chosen, right? Sorry about this raspy voice, guys, but you guys are helping me. I'm telling you, thank you, right? So a lot of people are thinking of the lack, the loss, the fear, the worry. I get it. It seems so real to what we're going through. It's so real. but I want to cast those things out. So may we cast those things out and fill all those spaces in you with unconditional love. Every one of us has that energy of lack and loss and fear and worry and what is this going to be. And so it's up to us in our thought process to cast those things out and fill those spaces with unconditional love. And then I wrap those other things in unconditional love, and then I send them out. Nobody else can do that for you. You have to do it. Like, I can say, may we cast these things out of us, so you can learn the vibration of what I do when I sit with myself, when I sit in the devotion time with myself. When I'm in the devotion time with myself, when I'm talking to my friends, myself, I'm talking about things, we're talking about things to clear them out and to get rid of them, right? Not to sit there and dig and build on how bad that it could be, right? We notice that thing that is, and then we put intentional healing on that and intentional love on that, right? So I'm just here trying to show you what I do. Now you can take that and you can do whatever you want to do with that to make it be yours, right? You just practice to see how it feels, and then you can make it be however you want to make it be. May we all today nurture our emotional health and our physical health somehow. And that requires you setting time aside, away from your kids, away from your husband, away from the job search, away from my body ain't perfect, my food ain't perfect, my spiritual life ain't, away from all of those things, and nurture our emotions. Nurture the snotty mess. Nurture the PMS. Nurture being tired. Nurture the feeling of codependency. Nurture the feeling of a lack of joy in your life. You need to nurture that in you. And you can. And you can set time, and you can make time, and you can do it wherever you want to do it and however you want to do it. Yeah, I locked the pets out and made some tea and went to bed. Yeah, as soon as I get done here, I'm going to go lay my ass down too. Been working all morning, up since 6 a.m. Root work, guys. Root work and heart work. We're going through a thing where we're in a self-imprisonment. When you're thinking about the fear and the loss and the worry and all the things that you can't do and haven't done, and everything that's going on, we're in a self-imprisonment because no one can nurture us like us, right? But yet when you're in that place of self-imprisonment, you're kind of thinking that someone else from the outside is going to come into you and nurture that for you, and they cannot do that. As much as somebody might wish to do that for you, they can't do it. You really have to do the work. So as we learn to nurture us, then we vibrationally attract others that nurture themselves. Then we form these communities. Then we collaborate with these people that nurture themselves the way that we nurture ourselves. And sometimes we meet people that don't do it all like the same way, but we're open to hear the ways of our others, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We have nurturing bonds. We have nurturing friendships. We have nurturing relationships, because as you learn to nurture yourself, you're just going to attract these. So the self-imprisonment is just really not wanting to look at the roots of you, not wanting to look at the things that make you feel stuck, that make you feel trapped, that make you feel less than, that make you feel unsafe. We have to go in. We have to go in. We have to go down to our roots, turn on the 396 hertz. It feels kind of wear some red. Today I ate strawberries and mangoes. Eat some of that, right? Eat red, listen to the frequencies, meditate, look at the frequency, see the red. You have it all in you and in your mind and imagination and body to heal yourself. You just don't believe that you can do it. You believe that this self-imprisonment is an actual imprisonment created by outside forces, when it's seriously all about the inside force. Your sacral chakra is like the seat of your soul. Your sexual energy is the energy that creates the things in your life. So people say, well, I don't even know what to focus on today. How's your sex and how's your money? People don't like when I say that sometimes, and that's okay. How's your sex and how's your money? And then some people that feel good feel bad for feeling good and when everybody else is feeling bad. And I want to tell those people, nurture that. Nurture that so you're able to feel good even though others don't feel good. Right? Because just because everybody around us is feeling this low energy does not mean that we need to feel this low energy. We're allowed to disconnect. We're allowed to be devoted to self. We're allowed to nurture ourselves. We're allowed to bring our vibration back up. We're allowed to feel good. We're allowed to be creating good things and having good things in our lives. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. Sex is great. Money not so good. I've been spending way too much. Go in on that. You have to go in on that. You have to go in on that. Sex is good and working on that money. Yeah, that money is a piece. And I'm really learning lately that it goes hand in hand with that damn sex. Trying to teach Hubs about sex magic. We got the house now. Mama's got to get a job. Yeah. Sex magic came up really big for me today. Sex magic is a part of what I'm supposed to be talking about here, and it's hard for me to talk about. Sex magic is a really wonderful thing, and it's a lot of the root core issues are sexual traumas that we have carried down. And a lot of people are so out of touch with their root and their sex and the point of penetration and where it all starts and, pleasure and being turned on, that they're really having a hard time in life, and they don't think that their sex or their money has anything to do with their life, and it's all energy. You're incredible, sis. People need these messages. I love you, girl. It's hard to talk about. Just saying that little bit just loosened me up a little bit, right? There's a lot of stagnation going on in the root. And so some people aren't having sex at all. They are abstinent and all of these things. Some people are having sex too much and they don't even feel it and they don't even realize it. This stagnation in the root is wanting to be released. And you can do it. You can do it yourself. You can release the stagnation in your root through sex, through masturbation, through the feeling of what it feels like to be turned on. Do you get turned on and do you get distracted? Or do you get turned on and do you make it a thing, a devotional time? That's really big, right? I always come in these lives on the right time. It's always so divine. I love you. Sex is coming up real big. I wouldn't even be talking about it if it wasn't coming up so big, huge out here. A lot of people feel like they're in these dilemmas in their lives. That's a stagnation in the root. Touch yourself at the root. Feel yourself at the root. How do your hips feel? How do your muscles feel in the front of your hips, in the back of your hips, on the insides of your hips? How does your belly feel down low? How do these things feel in you? Because a lot of people who are disconnected from the roots of them, who don't love the roots of them. See, I love the roots of me. And it's been a long process. I didn't always love the roots of me. I did not always love my shadow pieces. I understand disconnecting from that part of you and just going forward because I did it, right? But when you really go in and you really love those roots of you and you start to learn, it does have a lot to do with your sex life. It does have a lot to do with sexual trauma that's been passed down for generation and generation and generation. You are not alone out here. There are many, many others going through this, yet they cannot talk about it. Just like my throat closed up when I got some really crazy information, the same thing happens to other people. The only thing is I'm aware and I'm a feeler. I'm a feeler of myself. And so I felt it. Nobody had their hands on my throat. I could say whatever I want. I had the time. I had all the space. I had everything I needed. Battery, right? So the inner turmoil is what you need to visit and nurture. The places where you're blaming others for the things that are happening in your life are the places you need to nurture. You know, the root chakra, that's the place of like bills and your closets and like the things that keep the operation running in your life. You know, it's like being ready, so you don't need to get ready, but the process of being ready takes work. Like you don't just like think, hey, I'm ready, and then be ready. You have to like believe it, feel it, do it. Right? And that's the thing. And like a lot of us can't believe it, feel it, and do it because we're not associated with our actual real root of us. And then we're feeling what that feeling is. We're saying love and light and peace and butterflies and all that happy shit, and that we want these other things, yet in our roots we don't feel loved. And so then what we get back is half-assed, because the way we're loving ourselves is half-assed. So if we're getting half-assed love, we're loving ourselves half-assed. I know that sucks, right? You set yourself free in this place of nurturing the roots of you. That's what you do. That's how you set yourself free. You already know this is right. You already know. You know that you set yourself free. If you're on here with me, you know. So I want to cast that stagnation that is in people's roots the fuck out. I want to kick it in the throat in the name of love. Hello, beautiful. I want to cast out dilemma. I want to cast out inner turmoil. I want to cast out blame and judgment of self and others and consequences for my actions and all of those things. And I want to wrap them up in love. And I want to fill those spaces that are in you with love. We don't have to have it all figured out. And we don't have to know the next step in the future and all that shit that is to come. We don't need to. It's the things that we're ignoring in our roots that make us feel like we have to plan so tight forward, right? So I cast those things out of us. I need you to cast those things out. When dilemma comes and creeps up on you, when inner turmoil comes and creeps up on you, when blame and judgment come and creep up on you, I need you to become aware of that, and I need you to cast that out. However you cast that out, cast it the fuck out. Bury it in the ground. Put it in the water. However you do it. I'm loving me more than ever, even when I'm sad. No more half-ass anything. It starts with me. I admit, I have half-assed a lot. And yes, I saw the reflector around me. But yes, we are rebuking all the half-ass energy from within and without. Yes, mama. Yes, mama. And this is what I want for my relationships. I want relationships in my life where when we are feeling these ways, we cast that shit out of each other. We feel that. We nurture that part of what is going on with us or our friend. And then we cast that shit out and we fill it with love. And we let love do its thing. That's the kind of friendships I want. The roots are beautiful. You know, did you ever go and walk past an old tree that's sitting out somewhere and see all those big, thick roots, and some of them are coming up under the ground? And you imagine, like, how deep they go. And some of them are crappy, right? Some of them don't really need to be there anymore. And that's what root work is. You know, root work is going in and getting those crappy roots and kind of, you know, either you love them, and so you know that if they need more food or if they need to just be pulled. And then in your imagination, in your power, and in your connection, and in your companionship with God, you can learn how to pull out roots, to nurture them so they just come right out, so new ones can grow in for you. Fuck all these half-ass friendships. It hurts. Yeah, babe, and it's all in us. It's all in us. It's all in us. You know, my friendships are so great right now, and they weren't. You know, and I've been thinking about that. I did an interview at the beginning of the week, or maybe yesterday, with my best friend. She was my first best friend. And, you know, it just reminded me how beautiful relationships are. How, you know, the relationships in your life should fill you up. You know, and that helps when you are in the relationship with self. Then and you can fill yourself up in that, then your friendships do that, you know. And sometimes in relationships you fall out and in and out and in, and you know, when you can nurture the fear and the worry and the dilemma and the judgment inside of you, then you don't really feel so attacked by other people on the other end. I'm going to turn all our old stumps into fairy cards. I love it. I love it. I saw you talking about it. And that's what I was going to ask next. What do you fucking love? What do you love out here? It could be fairy gardens. It could be crafts. It could be clothes. It could be performing. It could be dancing. It could be resting. It could be the beach. It could be the mountains. It could be whatever. What do you love? You know, that devotion time with self, that devotion time with God. I bring in all the things that I love. You know, when you're nurturing your roots and when you're going through your roots, you know, it's tough. So then you have to bring it back in, bring in all the things that you love to nurture yourself. Solitude helps us find what we love if we don't know. So if I said, what do you fucking love? And you said, I don't know. I would say, get with yourself. Get some solitude. Call God into that time with you. Try to figure out what you love. Ask God to help you get to the roots of you and understand what I'm talking about. Tighten up your circle. Don't be around so many energies. You know, be around the ones that are loving and nurturing to you. And sometimes that means you just don't fuck with somebody for a little bit. Don't think of it so permanent. Just think of it like, okay, I'm not going to fuck with them for a little bit. That's it. And then when I'm ready, I'm ready. My home, my yard, I'm surrounded by trees and water. My neighbors are kind and quiet. Thank you, God. I love the friends and family I have. My pets. Yes. Yes. Give big, huge thanks. Every day I wake up in my devotion time and I say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for my house. Thank you for my food. Thank you for my car. Thank you for my peace. Thank you for my time. Thank you for the flow. Thank you for the memories. Thank you for the experiences. Thank you for the connections. This is how we move on from things that hurt us. We have to nurture the roots of us. We have to nurture our feelings. We have to nurture our emotions. We have to nurture our shadows. We have to nurture where we came from. You know, we have to nurture ourselves. Yeah, health is really big. You know, and when you're giving thanks out here, like, feel it. You know, when I give thanks for the things in my life, like, I can feel it inside of me. Like, as I sift and sort through those things, I can feel what it feels like for that in my life. And like, the gratitude is like something you can feel. It's a vibration, right? That's how you get more of that back. We still all have so much to learn about ourselves. For sure. Trust me, every day I'm learning about myself. Just today I learned something very new about myself. It's amazing. It never stops. It's never ending. It's not like you reach this like pinnacle and you're like, oh yeah, I'm the best. Now I'll still call myself the best deliberate creator alive because I'm making moves. So it's weird, still bridging gaps with my family. I will have to fill you in. Big blessings. I gain more family. I love to hear that. As you do this shadow work, and as you do this root work, and as you do this nurturing the things that you feel so bad about in your life, in the background, in the meantime, in between time, it's building things energetically. It's fixing things that you can't physically fix. It's regenerating things. It's taking out old energies. It's bringing in more room for more love. That's why you should do root work. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's like, right? But you should do it because it's good for you. It's good for your family. It's good for your parents. It's good for your grandparents. It's good for your kids. It's good for your grandkids, even if you don't have any yet. It's okay to pause and be still. You know, when you're going through all of these bad feelings, you know, if you wake up and you feel bad and you go to work and you feel bad, then your day is going to be shitty, and then you're going to feel worse, and then you're going to come home and that's going to be shitty, and then it's going to feel worse and worse and worse and worse. Where if you just take a break and block everything out and be still and go inside of yourself and build that in from the inside out, then you can change the momentum of that frequency. Yes. We must believe in ourselves. And so if you're on here and you don't believe in yourself, you don't have to tell me. It's embarrassing. Pray for that. Whoever you say it to, you can call it whatever you want to call it. Say, can you please help me to believe in myself? To believe that I can do these things that Sarah's saying that I can do. Can you please help me battle my inner demons? Because a lot of these roots are like demons. They're the demons. They're the generational curses that have been passed and passed and passed and passed and passed. In those places is where you'll find that your parents went through things, and that's why they went through things with you, and that's why everybody went through things, and everything really is okay. And everything really is love. But I can't sell you that. I can charge you $333 and I could do all of these things, and it doesn't matter, because if inside of you don't want to do this, you're never going to feel what I'm talking about. Alignment isn't just a thing that you find one time. I wish it worked like that. You know, every day I have to wake up and align with the energies on the planet. Sometimes I wake up and I align with my root. Sometimes I wake up and I align with my feelings. Sometimes I wake up and I align with my power. Sometimes I wake up and I align with my vision. Sometimes I wake up, you know, it's always different. Taking a break from weed, woo, day one is a bitch. Yeah. I've made sacrifices like that in my life. And some of the things I never pick back up, and some of the things I do. You know, making sacrifices for yourself and your self-love. You know, sometimes quitting smoking weed, fasting in any way. You know, if you are a cigarette smoker, fast on that. If you're a coffee drinker, fast on that. If you're a overeater, fast on that. If you're a oversleeper, fast on that. You know, like there's all kind of different ways that you can do fast. And that's why I don't really like to promote fast, because a lot of people try to do your fast and they need their fast. And they're just trying to follow the fucking leader, and they're not in tune with themselves, and then they're falling out all over the fucking place. Talking about why I did your fast, bitch. Learn about you, bitch. Shit. I went through a lot of stuff with that. And so Alicia felt it in her to take a break from smoking weed. That's a fast. That's a fast. That's to sacrifice something that you love to get deeper inside of yourself. It seems so silly, but it's humongous. You know, when we have these inner demons and we can go in and we can connect with them and we can nurture them, that is transformational, right? And so people say, oh, well, you know, what do you mean about these demons? You know, your feelings, your relationships, your parenting, you know, your relationship with your parents. Like, all of these things are vibrational things that have been passed down through our ancestral lineage. And so, like, I'll share a little bit with you guys. I've always had a really big shame when it came to sex. And I've been asking and asking and asking to learn about what is this and what does that mean for me, and seeing all the places in my life that have been just so chaotic and so much dilemma, right? And so that's an inner demon for me that I'm battling from my generational ancestors. And even though at times it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, it's very active in my life. It's a strong vibrational undertone that I can't ignore, and I can't get rid of it. And I try to ignore it and get busy and just work and not even worry about any of that shit, and it still comes the fuck up, right? So we are making sacrifices for our greater good. And when I was trying to get to know about this, I made sacrifices in my sex for a lot of years of my life. I made big sacrifices in my sex. But nothing's ever wasted, because it taught me how to sacrifice in other areas of my life. In my stillness is where I got my freedom. What are you listening to? What are you looking at? What are you talking about? What are you running into? Do you want to be free from the things that are causing dilemma and chaos in your life? Be still. Meditation is huge. Be still. Go in with yourself. What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about 50,000 things that you can't change? Are you thinking good feeling thoughts? Are you thinking thoughts that don't feel good? What are you thinking about? Take care of your mind and your body however you can, with whatever you have in your house. Take care of yourself. Love on yourself however you can. To really celebrate a good life and mean it, you must nurture yourself. The people that can celebrate and play and feel joy and stuff like that have done a lot of work with nurturing themselves, nurturing their bitch fit, nurturing their trigger, nurturing their mistakes, nurturing their downfalls, nurturing the tower moments in their lives, right? Make time to play. Make time to play. Make time to feel alive in your life. I've been having to wake up and stretch. I hurt something in my booty the other day, right? Bask in the gold. Sometimes I'll just sit there in a meditation. I'll just imagine gold just pouring all down on me. Do that. Dance, laugh, however you can. We have to let life fill us up. A lot of people out here that aren't visiting the root and aren't doing this work, they're so rigid, and life around them is so abundant, and they're not letting that fill them up. They're so down. They're in their self-imprisonment. You are gold. Hurt makes you feel like you're less than that. The worry, the fear, the old energy that we're carrying into this new energy, it's making you feel less than that if you feel less than that. It's with you that you have to get with. If you need my help, I'll teach you, right? My whole entire journey has been about forming a companionship with God, about bringing all of the stuff in my roots to God, whatever that is to you. Don't even message me and ask me what do I think it is and all of those things, because it's just my thing. Do it however you do it, right? I'm just trying to keep it real. If you don't have patience, imagine having patience. If you don't know the answer, imagine what it'll feel like when you finally get the answer. Imagine feeling patience. When you're all chaotic and dilemma, be still. Take a couple deep breaths. And imagine what it would feel like to be patient in a moment that makes you feel like this. Boom. That's like the first step of awareness of now you're about to start to change this pattern that's been going on for you. That's humongous. So like I said, guys, today's the sacral feelings, money, parents, kids, sex, drugs, addictions, right? A lot of feelings are coming up really big, huge for everybody. I send your feelings so much love. Big hugs for all the feelings that you're having. I cast all the bad feelings out. I fill them with love. I wrap the bad feelings in love so they can be recycled into something new. You need to do that for yourself. Self self reflect. Spend time with yourself. Give yourself time. As you start to give yourself a little bit of time, then it'll get more, 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 and that's how it works. You know, self love to me has been getting a loyal heart for my own self. You know, it's like we're all walking around here if we don't have self love, and we're wishing that we could have loyal friends, and we're wishing that we could have a loyal mate, and we're wishing that we can have all these loyal things in our lives, but we're not loyal to ourselves. And so then that's what we need to do. We need to shut all of those things out that make us feel less than, and we need to be loyal to ourselves and our heart. Yes, big hugs to everybody. That's the way to create your best life. You know, visit the things that hurt when they come up. There's a good reason. Spend time with them. Nurture what hurts. Ground in. Wear red. Eat red. Go out in nature. You know, have deep conversations. Be intentional with the time that you're spending. About to die. I love you because we're all connected. I know root work is really, really hard. I know root work, whenever all the energy is in the sacral chakra, is really extra double hard. I love you guys. Oh, I just saw there was cardinals on my little free calendar. I didn't see that until right now. I love you guys because we're all connected. I'm here. If anybody wants to know how to do this stuff and make it a little bit easier, I'm here. If you want to nurture your feelings, if you want to do the root work, if you want to be more in charge of creating your own life, I'm here for it. I'm here to try to help. I'm real life, guys, and I love you because we're all connected. One love.